Hi, welcome back to Comics History and Superhero Reviews. We're taking a look at X-Men Red number 6, written by Tom Taylor and art by Carmen Carnero and colors by Rain Beredo. We just finished reviewing X-Men Gold 32, and in comparison, this is a far superior book. It's straightforward. We have a traditional villain. I mean, not traditional meaning a villain whose motivation is very clear, and we as the reader can really hate them. I like that. There's no real, it's a terrorist, they're a freedom fighter, kind of like the Magneto situation. The villain here, you hate her. It's that simple. And she's evil, and she needs to go down. And the art in here is very good. Tom Taylor's writing is excellent. His characterizations are spot on. He has humor. He has depth. And he throws in surprises. And we see we get an idea what's going to happen. But it's a classic story where it's thrilling. It's funny. There's good in-depth characterizations. Just everything about it is good. So if you're into X-Men in any way, shape, or form, you want to read this series. So let's take a look. There will be spoilers here as we go through. The guy on the cover here is named Gentle. He is a Wakandan who is a mutant, and the way things are going in the world, mutants are basically being considered to be stateless people. And so Jean Grey, who was resurrected a while ago, again, is assembling a refugee center, as it were, for mutants who are not wanted in their home countries. So the main characters in this book are Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Namor, the Atlantean King, Trinary, Wolverine, Gentle, Storm. Interesting how they put those two, Gentle and Storm. That's I like how they're opposites. Anyway, Honey Badger, who is one of the clones of the original Wolverine. It's complicated, but she's a kid and kind of innocent and pretty darn funny. And then there's Gambit, who of course is not innocent, and he's a world-class thief. So, let's see here. So, we learn straight off who our villain is Cassandra Nova, who is the evil twin sister of Charles Xavier. And her hate for mutants is very basic because she claims Charles attempted to kill her in the womb. And it's easy to dislike this villain, which we're supposed to do. She has mind control powers like her brother. Since they're twins, that makes sense. And we find out that she has taken control of several mutants and, turns out, non-mutants, forage among them. And her, like any good villain, she explains her motivation for hating mutants, i.e. back to the Charles tried to kill me in the womb. And her goal is to kill every mutant, and whenever a new mutant is born, get them squashed like a mosquito. So here we have another person she's controlling. We don't know who it is yet, but we'll find out at the end. And she's just evil. She's plotting. This is classic villain stuff. Now we have a flashback to Wakanda, the guy on the cover, Gentle, and how he's been rejected by his family and his nation. And he has powers, and they manifest, and his mom slaps him for doing that. No, don't do that. Told you never to do that. Now leave. So, and then we find it in the modern day, Jean Grey is helping heal him psychically, and that was part of the process to have him relive that. So they are in Atlantis, or Xlantis, a haven for mutants under the protection of Namor, who himself is technically a mutant, and he's been with the X-Men on and off in the past. So the dialogue here is good. We learn what's going on with this guy here, Gentle, and he does not believe in violence. His goal is to end violence. So he's really the exact opposite of Cassandra Nova, the evil twin of Charles. So this is Trinary, who has some interesting powers we'll see a little bit later. And of course Gambit, and Jean Grey, who's a leader here, is trying to figure out what's going on, and they need to get proof that she didn't really kill an important person in a previous episode or issue, and that Cassandra Nova was behind that, and they need to steal something to prove that. And here they're building a new Cerebro underwater. And here's where Honey Badger's youth and innocence and humor come in, and she wants to call it Cerebro, as in sea, S-E-A, like they're under the sea. And this is just hilarious. So again, Tom Taylor's done a heck of a good job in writing this, and each character's different personality comes through very, very clearly. So here they're plotting on what they're going to do. Going to jack a cell phone that is in an airplane flying under diplomatic cover. And here we have, they're using an old Sentinel, pretty good transport. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to get into this plane. And then Trinary says, well, maybe I can just open up the cargo door. Oh, okay, that would work. And bam. And again, I think an X-Men writer or any superhero writer has to have a very good grasp of the powers and the negatives and the positives. And in this case, we have Nightcrawler says, well, I could bamf us over there, but we could end up inside a cargo hold or something, or a piece of cargo or a pillar or a chair. And so she says, hey, I can just open the door. So one slight criticism of Marvel here I will mention is, if we look at Kurt Wagner, he's sporting a beard. He's done it before. He's kind of a pirate by nature. But if you go back to the other comic we just looked at, X-Men Gold 32, he's in that one, and he's not wearing a beard. And these two issues literally were released on the same day, the same week, the same year. Continuity editors at Marvel, get your act together. I hate it when that happens. So, they use Cerebro, Under the Sea, Cerebro. Jean Grey is now in communication with Cassandra Nova, and things are being set in motion as our heroes are in the cargo hold searching for what they're going to take. Cassandra Nova sets things in motion. We see that she's going to drop a little present onto Atlantis. And I admit I had to do a little research on this guy because he's not a character I'm familiar with. But this is Jean Grey alerts Namor that, hey, we got some bad stuff about to happen. And Cassandra kicks this guy out of the airplane, or the helicopter, excuse me, and smash, which is generally a word used by gamma-infused creatures, by the way. And he uses says a couple words: mutant, abomination, smash. So is he saying mutants are an abomination, or he is an abomination? This guy's codename is Teen Abomination. He is a gamma-radiated being, and he is extremely strong. From my research, he took out She-Hulk with one punch. Yeah, this kid took out She-Hulk with one punch. He's going to do some serious damage. I'm looking forward to a classic battle between him and Namor, who's Under the Sea is one of the strongest people in the Marvel U. So, here's a preview for X-Men Red number 7. This is an excellent, excellent book. The series is definitely worth reading. I'm very much looking forward to the next installment, and we will review that when it comes out. Again, this is Comics History and Superhero Reviews. If you like our review, please subscribe to our channel so we can do more of these. Take care.